Hello everybody and welcome to Slipstream League Racing Tier 2. I am CM Punk, joined by...
Fabulas, as always.
As always, for our final race of the season, Japan, the championship decider. I am struggling with a bit of technical difficulties, so I may be having a bit of lag, and I may not have that best field of vision, but I'm gonna take care of that in a minute. For now, let's focus on what we see right now. We've got 15 drivers at the moment in the qualifying lobby session with heavy rain pouring down in Japan so far. So this is definitely going to be taking up the thrill for the qualifying session. And of course, the championship decider is going to be right here, right now, between Luke GDI and Christian. The current situation looks like this. Luke GDI leading by 20.5 worth of points from my calculations. If Christian wants any shot of the championship, he has to win the race and hope for Luke to be out of top 7. Basically, if Christian doesn't win the race, that's it for his championship dreams. And it's the same if Luke finishes in top 7. The only condition for him to win the championship that are possible is if he wins the race and Luke finishes outside of the top 7. So I'm struggling to get my Twitch to working because it is laggy as hell. Let me just fix that up. Okay, there we go. So we got first cars coming onto the track. Intermediates have been put on, and the raining session, you have been waiting for that quite a while, haven't you?
Oh my god, yes. And I'm waiting for full rain at the race.
Rain a long time.
I will give if
you think it's gonna be raining in the race? I can't tell you right now from the Twitch from the YouTube chat because I need to have my Twitch opened on my phone, so...
Guys, you have to be a little bit patient for the chat. We are doing the best we can right now. So, Fox is the first that doing a hot lap. Let's see how he will do it. I want more rain in the race, you know that?
Jesus.
I want the full wet race.
Yeah. I know you want to.
Honestly,
I need to restart because it's so lucky.
I only raced full wet in Japan once. Believe me, I enjoyed it more than the 10 races I have raced it ever since.
Okay. I see Tunari retiring early on. Perhaps it's a quali ban for him. I don't know. Maybe it's kind of challenge. But other than the championship fight, we still have a fight for P2 in the Constructors' Championship because the Red Bull are taking on Alpine. Or perhaps I should say that otherwise.
Let's see.
Yep.
Yanis is invalidated too.
So everybody keeps invalidating on this rainy track here in Suzuka. Let's just hope it's gonna get. We're gonna see some times on the scoreboard in a minute.
On P2, he's setting a purple second sector because he's the first one setting a time.
Yeah, I'll be surprised if it wasn't for purple. So let's see what can Vatsais pull off in the Aston Martin.
137.4.
Slip up on the final corner. That's gonna be a perfect lap.
136.3.
Okay, so Luke is leading. Ooh, that's a bit of slip up as well. So Luke is leading the scoreboard at the moment. Now we have to wait and see what Christian can pull off, the championship contender. Basically, it's about them two here tonight. So why don't we take a look at what is Christian doing? Because definitely trying to get some laps in at the moment. We see that Luke is still leading in the scoreboard. Not many laps popping on the scoreboard so far. A lot of drivers struggling to keep themselves in the track limits in these rainy conditions as we await the times. There goes Christian. Ooh, that is a close call, to say the least.
But it's far away now. You need to improve dramatically.
Yes, that is not at all good for Christian. So he's gonna have to work hard on that because this is nowhere near the pole position as he wants to be. Definitely, if he wants to fight for the win for that championship, he's going to have to go better.
136.7.
Nice. That is way better from Run Cruiser as he sits at P2 at the moment. We are still waiting for the times. I can see a lot of cars are on the track, but not a lot of them are getting the laps done. So they are struggling heavily. So we're gonna
don't
have to
think
wait.
they
There
did
goes
a
the
lot of
times.
practice in this track.
Yeah, perhaps. We have some times. We got Pasco on the scoreboard. There goes Giannis onto P3 at the moment. That is a good time from him. Fox is P5. Vatsis goes to P6. Skamagis goes to P8. Smelto sits at the bottom of P9. We're still waiting for 4 other drivers to finish their first lap times. So,
We have Matt.
I am struggling a bit.
Matt P1, 136.0.
Matt goes for P1. Okay, you know what? I'm not even gonna try to fight with Steam today. I'm just gonna use your stream if you are gonna allow me to do so, because I just can't with this technology. Yuck. I'm just gonna turn on the YouTube chat on my phone as per usual, because I just can't work like that. So a lot of technical difficulties, but we're gonna make it out. So
Christian improved, went to P2 with 136.064.
Ooh, 64 and 32 for Matt. So that is a great time from Matt, and Christian is trying to take up the pole position as well. So Luke is P3 at the moment. This is even better for Christian. We're gonna see.
If you can see the chat, let us know if we are lagging anyway in the stream. Guys, please let us know.
I don't see any so far, so it's so far.
You can check Discord for the race.
Yeah, so far it's so good. Stream is fine, says Lepson. Hi, Lepson. So let's get back on the track as we are watching Christian. I think he's on an in lap. So why don't we try to take a look at Gurla? Maybe he's on an on a fast lap, because I can see not many people trying to improve right now. I see Gurla's trying to make a lap. Put it on the scoreboard. Matt is so far still at provisional pole position with Christian right behind him. Skamagas, he went P3 at the moment, so Alfa Romeo driver, great time from him. Luke is at P4 at the moment. This is getting even worse for him. And
let's see Giannis. I don't think.
Yeah, but Smelto still improved. He was much more at the bottom. He's P5 now, so Smelto improved. We just missed it. He was definitely lower than that. So at the moment, Gurla is in the back with 149. We still don't have time from Crystals and
Taj.
What was it? It was Taj. Yes, I'm still struggling between Tugay and Taj because of somebody who mispointed me into Tugay, but it is Taj. So yeah, now I remember. Thank you for reminding that. So,
I'm watching Land Cruiser going after the last turn. Let's see if he will improve. Yes, he improved.
Yes,
P3.
Nice improvement. 0.6 faster from him. So yeah, let's go.
And,
you've got a fan in the chat. You've got a fan in the chat on YouTube because Speedy says you are his favorite commentary guy. So
thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Although I can't figure out what you're liking about my voice. It's horrible.
You must enjoy it. So let's see. Matt is in the pits. Christian's in the pit. Luke is on an outlap, so he's gonna start a quick lap in a minute, trying to improve. We can definitely tell he's gonna fight for pole position, but for now, Cruiser, I think he's coming in. He's just about done with his lap. Luke is still on an outlap. Basco, I think he's on a quick lap. He's neither in the pits nor on an outlap, so Basco is either on a quick or an outlap or an in lap. Crystals, still no time set. Damien said you are the Logan Sargent of the SLR comms. You're a beast.
Okay, Luke is starting his hot lap right now. Thank you very much for your kind words, guys. Really appreciate it. And so, let's see from inside the game.
Let's see what Luke can pull off right now. With his P5 at the moment for him, not the best situation.
Of traffic up ahead.
Yeah, he's gonna have to watch out for that as he makes his way through Sector 1. Luke is almost done with it. Let's see what time it's gonna be. It's gonna improve compared to his first lap. As Luke finishes, oh, there's traffic. There he goes nicely. No stopping him. 0.5 worth of improvement. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? So at this point, if he keeps that pace up, it's gonna be 135 point something. No one has done that so far in this session. And he's gonna do it just like that, because he's Luke. That's what he does. Jesus Christ. I was hoping maybe he's gonna do at least one mistake. He's gonna be like, you know, slipping out something, and we're gonna see him chase from the back of the pack, but it seems like he's gonna be on pole position if he keeps up that pace. But let's see, maybe. Oh, a bit of slip up. I don't think it's too big, nothing to worry about for now. What it's gonna be after Sector 2? Is there gonna be improvement, and how much?
7 seconds.
0.7. Jesus Christ. He's going for 134 in a minute. 134 in a minute. Give him some time. I'm gonna do it. Maybe the conditions are getting better. Maybe we are just exaggerating because perhaps the conditions are getting better. It's gonna be easier to set better times. 135.3. So either conditions are improving heavily, or Luke is just unbeatable. He's like Thanos. He's inevitable. We have to wait to find out. Why don't we take a look at Christian to see if he improves? Because if Christian will improve heavily, that just means the conditions are getting much better. I hope they are, because if they're not, then Luke is just uncatchable. So, yeah. Time for softs, guys. Don't be a puss. What do you mean, softs? Have you seen the bloody weather? It's like in North London. What do you mean? So, let's see. 5 minutes. Oh, Christian, no! 5 minutes left. Christian's spinning on the grass, cutting some grass there. And he's got 5 minutes. He has to get back to the pits as soon as possible and go for one more lap if he manages to do that.
He has the ERS, he has the tires. You don't have to change the tires for going for a second lap.
Maybe, but they're gonna be a bit used, and most importantly,
P2.
Ooh, McLaren going 145, the second driver so far to go underneath 146. Good job from Nico. Who else is gonna surprise us? We have to wait a bit longer for Christian. Giannis is on a quick lap, I can see. Crystals is working on a quick lap, I believe.
Ooh, at the very edge, Giannis.
Ooh, Giannis is still working on that lap, avoiding the mistakes of Christian so far. A bit of improvement, not too much, not too less. So let's see what he can pull off. What does North London have to do with anything? Take a look outside the window, mate. Like, come on. The only thing that I can think about Japan and London having in common is the weather right now. If it's not raining in London, it's like probably they're making a movie and they're just like from Hollywood coming there. It's like, okay, we need clear weather, just get this rain out of here for now. It's the only condition, it's not raining in London. Oi, mate. So, let's see what they can pull off. Smelto is still
improving by 0.3 of a second.
I don't think it's gonna be a time to be challenging the front guys, but
no,
definitely he's gonna try to improve.
He's improving nevertheless, but maybe go P6 or something.
Of course I know it's England,
it's
not
P3.
London, you dumb.
P3
for Giannis.
For Giannis, 136 exact on the dot.
Jesus, now they're going after me because they think that I think that London is a country, not England. What are you even saying, lads? It's a joke. London is rainy. It's a joke. It's a stereotype. That's what it's called, I believe, in English. I don't know. I am not an English native speaker. Give me the Christian cam. Where is he at? Where's my boy? Is he gonna try to improve? Is he gonna try to pull another lap? There it is. 3 minutes left in the session. Can he do it? The battle for championship still alive with Luke still sitting comfortably in the front. So it only rains in London. Yes. So, Christian, P5. Can he pull something out of nothing? Can he still fight for pole position with Nico in the front row right now? Giannis P3. Not P4. Skamagis P2. That is a great one. That is a great one from Alfa Romeo driver. It's getting more tight.
The Greeks are coming back, guys. The Greeks are coming
Greeks
back.
are hitting the track, hitting hard. So, yeah, we'll see where this is gonna lead them.
So, let's suggest that as we see the results right now, it's the end results, okay? Matt and Christian doesn't improve and stuff like that. Luke is champion, okay? And,
Not yet. The race has to go on. Come on, mate. You don't get points for pole position, I guess. Do you get like a point for pole position? And even if so, I don't think it's enough. I think the race has to go on. Come on.
Oh, Jan's retired.
Yeah, but I think it's in the pit lane, so it's okay. Christian's still on an out lap. He's about to begin the final lap with 1:40 left to go in the session. It's gonna be one more chance for Christian to pull this off. P6 at the moment.
Okay,
Can he
last
do it?
chicane for Christian.
And
he's
there
starting.
he goes.
Let's
Final
go
lap.
on board.
Can he do it? 1:35.3 is the current pole position lap from Luke. And can he beat him? Ooh, Matt! Going pole position! Luke is on an out lap, but Matt is the provisional pole for now. 1:35.2. So at this point, if the conditions are getting better, which it seems like it, basically for anyone to take right now, so let's see what Christian can pull off. Sector 1. This time no mistakes were done so far. 0.4 worth of improvement. So it's not a pole time yet, but there are 2 sectors remaining. Maybe he can pull this off yet somehow, or at least get close to pole position. It's gonna be useful one way or another to be higher than lower. See what he can do after sector 2. I'm watching the scoreboards because a lot of times they're gonna be changing up right now as the conditions improve a bit. The final stages of the qualifying session with 10 seconds left to go. Of course, the final laps are about to be put in on the scoreboard, and let's see. Christian rounding up sector 2. How is this gonna go for him? Is there even a chance for perhaps even a front row for the Alpine? 0.9.
He improves 1 second.
But don't worry, the conditions are getting better. Everybody's gonna improve, so it's not confirmed yet. It's gonna be a good time, of course, but it doesn't guarantee him nothing yet until everybody finishes. So Crystal's retired. Christian across the finish line, and he goes. Provisional pole position. Take a look at Luke. I'm pretty sure he's gonna improve. He's on his final lap right now. 0.07 after sector 1. So let's see if Luke can pull this away from. I don't know if Matt is on another hot lap. No, Matt is done. Matt is finished. This could be Christian pole position, or is Luke gonna take it? Is somebody else gonna jump to the fun? Skamagis can also not count him out from the fight for pole position, but for now it's between Luke and Christian. 0.3 worth of improvement from Luke. I'm pretty sure this is gonna be pole position unless he messes up something in the final sector. I don't think he does. Luke, GDI. For the final time of the season, the qualifying session, he goes for pole position. I don't think anybody can take it away from him. And Nyko, he's on a quick lap yet, but I don't think there's gonna be too much. No, not too much improvement from him. So I believe it is Luke GDI. Yeah, I do believe it is Luke GDI. Gonna be starting from pole position for the Japanese Grand Prix for the final time this season. Christian right behind them, Matt P3, Skamagas P4. Vasco Nyko, Vatsai's Gianni's Cruiser Smelto, and outside the top 10 Gurla Crystals Fox and Taj with Tonari in the back who didn't start. There goes Cruiser! There goes Cruiser out of nowhere. 134.7. Holy
God.
Jesus. Out of nowhere. Absolutely. I was like, okay, that's it. Done. And then comes Cruiser. Boom. No, you don't. Pole position for the Mercedes driver. What
Jesus
a lap.
Christ, I didn't expect that.
Nobody did. Nobody expected that. I was like, already, okay, that's done, that's it. Because usually, like, you know, the times are set before the final laps, and that's it. And now here comes Cruiser out of nowhere, catching us sleeping. And there he goes. Pole position.
One thing I don't think you have noticed is that Dice is not in the race today.
Don't remind me, I'm crying since half an hour that I don't see my boy in here. Too bad. But yeah, I'm gonna have to live with it. So, Cruiser on pole position. Very small gap from Luke and Christian Matt. So, can the championship go the Christian way? I mean, anything can happen. Depends on a lot of factors, but most importantly, Luke has to finish in top 7. This shouldn't be too hard for him if he tries hard enough. Unless he gets, you know, gets a helping hand with this one, but let's hope not. I mean, I love the emotions for the fight, for the championship, but I don't wish harm or bad upon anybody. So I hope it's going to be a clean fight to the end of the season, with the final race here of Tier 2 left, and of course the final race of Tier 1 tomorrow. So let's see what's going to happen.
Yes! Rain! Rain!
There it is. And I think it's full wet. Look at the puddles. That's got to be a full wet. Your wish came true.
God finally heard me after the last race of the second division.
For the final race, you got a gift in for shape of rain. So, yep, that's gonna be your night, buddy. Let's see how will our, drivers react to all those conditions, because we saw some qualifiers on intermediates. But if it's gonna be full wet race, then the conditions will be different as well.
Did you have your problems sorted out by now?
I'm just gonna stick to your Discord stream because it seems to be working properly, and the Steam is not. So due to this, I'm just gonna sit on your Discord stream and I'm just gonna watch from that. I know it's gonna be a bit of a delay, but come on, I can't do much better than that. Sorry guys, it's been a tough one with Steam here tonight. It doesn't seem to cooperate with me, but yeah, I'll do my best and we'll come back stronger next season. For now, let's just wrap this one up and let's see which way is this gonna go. Is this gonna go the Alpine underdog, or is this gonna be going to the AlphaTauri favorite? So we're still waiting for players. It's a bit of a long wait if you ask me, because so far we still wait.
Maybe someone disconnected.
Oh, there it is. There it is. So the formation lap is about to begin here in Japan, and let's check the tires. Do we have any intermediates perhaps, or is it full wets for everybody? Intermediates! It is intermediates, so it looked like full wets based off of puddles. Are we racing? We don't have a formation lap. No, Jesus, it is a formation lap. I mean, I was wondering because of the green flag, but then I realized why would there be a green flag all over there, so no.
No, it's formation lap.
Wet Suzuka is so horrible to race on. Yeah, I agree.
Goodland Christensen disqualified.
Oh, the Ferrari boys either didn't want to or couldn't participate in the formation lap. One way or another, we're not gonna see them right now.
In full wet, who said about the wet conditions?
I did.
No, the chat, somebody wrote something about the wet conditions in Suzuka.
Speedy said wet race too. I mean, I guess he meant it like wet, like just rain. He didn't mean it like full wet. Because we just can't expect full wets or intermediates. It just looked like full wets for me, so that's why I said full wets. Because it looks like full wets. Look at this. I mean, it's raining heavily.
I would go for full wets, mate. Sorry.
I know, but I mean, I don't know what's going on in the chat. I'm just taking a look at it once every couple seconds. I just see that there are some arguments about something completely not related to the race, so I'm not even gonna try to join on that. I don't even want to. Hi, Umka. So, let's get ready to race for the final race in Tier 2, Season 13 of SLR in Suzuka, the championship decider between Christian and Luke GDI. The conditions are simple. Christian has to win. Luke out of upset.
All the ways displacing the cinders.
Yeah, I mean, strategy is gonna go to the bin the moment it's gonna be dry, or it's gonna be even more raining. So we just can't predict the weather at this point on. We're gonna have to either wait for info from the chat on the conditions as the race unfolds, or we're just gonna have to keep our eyes wide open to see what's gonna happen, what's going to change. So, yeah, as the drivers line up on the grid for the final time in Tier 2, Naiko failed to properly set up on the grid. Happens to the best of us. And final McLaren of Tonari is joining us right now as we get ready for the final race of the season in Tier 2. Come on, guys. There it is. As the lights turn red.
1. And we're racing.
There we go. And who's gonna lead after turn 1?
Very
it's a bit
good
of a
start from Land Cruiser. Very good start.
Yeah, is he gonna keep his lead after turn 1? Yes, he does. Good start from Cruiser. There he goes. Is Christian gonna take away the position from Luke? Not at all. Luke is still holding on to that P2. There's a lot of fight in the midfield, but they all seem to go clean so far.
No,
A bit of contact.
no.
And we've lost McLaren. Nico is spinning
And
sideways.
I think Gurra has the damage. I think Gurra touched when he was spinning the rear end of the McLaren.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm having some issues because the stream is lagging for me. I can't see much, but I can see that Cruiser is still leading the race. I can see that Luke is holding on to that P2. He isn't under threat from Christian right now, so Christian's gonna have to put in the work to get those positions going. Oh, there was somebody off the track a bit. I believe that was a bit of Ferrari in there. So yellow flag, sector 2.
It was Matt. He went a little bit out of the track.
Yeah. Okay. I can see that it's back properly working. Okay, so Cruiser is 0.3 away. Luke is
we have a Haas. I think Smelto. Yes, Smelto ran off.
Oh yeah, he did run off. He dropped a couple of places, so down to P9 he goes, but it is surprisingly clean after lap 1.
Look, try to attack, but...
Oh Christian! No, not enough space, but he could have went there. Not enough pace. He wasn't quick enough to get ahead of Luke, but he's gonna try one more time, I'm sure of it. So let's stick with him for now. I can see Smelto moving up to P8 as we enter lap 2, and Christian is in a comfortable spot, but not enough for him to go up into P2. I mean, he's in a terrible situation because he can't do much at this point. All he has to do is just stick behind Luke and just hope for the best for Luke's mistake. All he has to do, because of course he needs to win, but even if he wins and Luke is in top 7, that doesn't change anything. Luke is going to be a champion, so all he can do now is try to win the race and just pray to God that Luke's going to do some kind of horrendous mistake, or somebody going to make a horrendous mistake that's going to avoid that's going to cost Luke positions. But that's basically all he can do. Bosco is just gaining places. Look at him go. He's got up to P4. Matt is P5. Oh, there's some moves, and there's an Alpine off the track, but he comes back. It's going to be 3 men wide. It is getting horrendously tight, so... Oh my goodness me. I'm having so many issues with the screen right now, I just can't imagine. I see half of action, basically. Or I see it like 20 seconds later. Jesus.
What happened? Christian P6? Bosco is P3, Skamagas is P4, and Christian is P6. I think he lost it somewhere. I think his internet has a little bit of problems, guys. Oh my god! Oh my god, the Cardinals at the last chicane!
Jesus Christ.
5 second penalty, over condition, he's pitting.
VSC deployed.
Oh my god, you saw that. It was live. Brand Cruiser is still up ahead. Luke is on the 2nd place, and Christian now is back on 3rd place. It was me, or it was just a glitch of the tower. I saw Christian being like P6.
Jesus Christ. So yeah, what has happened under the virtual? I haven't so much of it thanks to my lovely internet, but yeah, I can see Cruiser still in the lead. Christian P3 right now. It's just a virtual, so it's gonna be a quick one.
It was showing like P6, like before the chicane, the incident, the crash on the chicane, the last chicane. It was showing P6 for Christian. I don't know why. It was Bosco ahead of him, Yanis, and Skamagas. Anyways, virtual safety car now, it's very tricky because you can't get look at this. Now, okay, Smelter is gonna have damage. Smelter is gonna have damage because he touched the rear end of Yanis.
But he's... Oh, and there goes Tenari up into P9 for now in that McLaren, so let's see what's gonna happen later on. We're still waiting to see. Christian's 3.3 away from Luke, so That is not good for the Alpine driver, who still, I mean, he's still technically in the fight, but again, he would have to win the Grand Prix, and he's not so close to doing that for now. He's got a second drop to Cruiser.
If he was P6 and now P3, it's very useful round for him.
Yeah, it is still good, but not good enough.
He has to find his pace right now.
Yeah,
he has to find his pace. He's using his ERS, but he needs to have a consistent race. I have noticed that he's taking a different line from Luke as a means of turning, to keep the car stable.
Yeah, but it is working right now because we got like 2.6 already, so it is working. Christian is on the run right now. He's really quick, decreasing the gap between himself and Luke with a bit of slip up right now, sending him back a bit, but that Sector 1 was very good from him, so perhaps he's gonna come back as we go further into the race, because for now, Christian is 2.8 away from the Luke, who is 0.7 behind the Cruiser, so it's not a perfect spot to be in, but he definitely has a potential to fight for the win in the race.
Christian needs to just stay focused, because he can close the gap, and Prix he will have Luke making a mistake, like going off the track or something.
Yeah, somebody asked, did Matt has damage? I'm not sure. He pitted under the VSC for tires, but I don't know.
I think Matt had damage. I think so. Because it was so many cars involved in this incident that I didn't have time to scroll them through all. Are we lagging on the stream? No? Run Cruiser is improving his fastest lap. No, Matt, the new fastest lap, 140.4. The new it makes a difference, even if it is for only 2 laps. And a lot of time difference between the guys at the back. Luke is trying to attack now, Run Cruiser. Oh my god. Run Cruiser must have made a mistake, a slip up or something, because Luke is at the very, very, very attacking position.
Yeah, I'm doing all I can, mate, but I just got a 5,000 MS notification that my MS is 5,000, so yeah, imagine trying to comment on 5,000 MS.
You're downloading too, so...
I'm not even downloading at this point. I cancelled it because I was like, just, okay, screw it, I'm just gonna watch from your stream, but it doesn't matter. My internet provider today is just trying to hump me over so badly.
I
just can't do anything, mate.
Wanna restart your router?
Nah, it's not gonna change anything. It's like, he's moody like a weather. It's just, when he wants to feel bad, he's just gonna be bad, and that's it. I can't do anything about it. So, yeah, let's just try to do it at least, since Cruiser is still leading the Grand Prix with Luke sitting comfortably behind. I mean, at this point, Luke doesn't have to do anything. He can just finish the race behind Cruiser. Of course, we know he's not going to go for that option. He's going to want to win the race. But even if he comes behind Cruiser, he's just going to pick up P2 and the championship. Matt goes fastest with a new fastest lap set by the Red Bull driver, currently P13, as Christian is now 2.3 away from the top boys, so he is still trying to be in that fight.
I think Christian has a better setup for the first sector. That's why when he's at the first sector, he closes the gap, but then he's staying back. Although maybe Run Cruiser can assist Christian or closing the gap between the two of them.
Yeah, because if he's going to defend from Luke and Luke can't get past him, he's going to waste time. That's going to allow Christian to get closer. So definitely Cruiser is right now, intentionally or not, helping out Christian a bit. The closer he gets to the first place, the better for him. But then again, it all won't matter when it comes to championship fight unless Luke makes a horrendous mistake. Yellow flag sector 2. That was caused by Smelto, who is dropping positions, must have gone out of the way. All out of shape for the Haas driver. The question is, was that his own mistake or was this some kind of contact? We haven't saw that, but the fact is Smelto is now down to P11.
On Smelto.
Yeah, perhaps a spin. In those conditions, you never know. So for now, Smelto is P11. That is out of points for him for now, but we know he's going to try to come back for the pointing position again. So why don't we take a look at perhaps Fox? Because for now, not too much action in the
second gap.
Yeah, but it's going to take him a while. I can see Fox is trying to make a move on Giannis. Oh, there he goes. Fox up into P4 as he moves ahead of Williams' driver. Touch in the pit lane. So I do have to wonder, was that because of damage? Maybe it had something to do with that Smelter spinning out. I don't know. I'm not sure. So let's just keep that in mind that he is pitting right after Smelter got out of the way. Perhaps there was something going on there. So we do have a close fight in between. Well, it's not really close, but I can see Lucas Vatsa is getting closer towards Crystals. I can see Gianni still holding up behind Fox, but not too close. So it's a bit of it here and there, but nothing too much for now, because of course rain is not allowing us to see too many overtakes. It's still better than Mexico last week, though. But yeah,
you really hate Mexico, eh?
I just don't like the track at all. There are like 2 overtaking spots. One of them is on the main straight, so like. Yeah, I don't really like that track. Not a lot of action going on there. I do like Suzuka, but I do like it when I'm actually able to do a commentary the proper way, not via the conditions I'm on right now. So yeah, apologies to everybody because I just I'm working heavily with this. I'm like smashing my PC with a hammer right now to even make it work. So yeah.
No. If you don't want your PC, I will take it. Come on, don't smash your PC.
I know you will take it. I know you will take it gladly, but I still need something, so I'd rather have my potato over PC than anything else.
I don't think it's a potato, but anyways, Luke is dropping back a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he is. He's 0.8 for him. Gurla gets a 3 seconds time penalty for track limits. Yeah, Luke is getting further away from Cruiser. Cruiser is pulling away, actually. No, there he goes. Sector 1 is where Luke got closer from 0.9 to 0.7. Now it's 0.9 again, so Luke is struggling a bit. Matt with another fastest lap, so he is quick right now, but he has to keep working. He's got a long way to him ahead of him in this race, while Christian is getting closer. 1.5 already closer to Luke, 1.6, something around that. It was 3 seconds a couple of laps ago, so he is working hard to get those positions to at least fight for the win in the final race. If you can't win the championship, maybe a Grand Prix at least.
That's why I love rainy races, because you don't have to depend on the DRS to get you up ahead. You have to depend on your skill and the setup that you have applied to guide you through the race. It's not a DRS issue after that, you know?
I don't know why, but Damon just asked me, I must ask as a Swede, how do you make a tea? From a bag and a kettle. I don't know how you do it back there, but I put a kettle on and I just put a bag and I just cover it in boiling water and burn my mouth. So yeah, that's the way I like it.
Ah, you like it hot, huh?
Jesus Christ, don't make it weird. So, we got Luke coming in the pits after 9 laps. Everybody else staying out. It is a bit of risk for Luke, because if we were to have a safety car anytime soon, and it is possible at any moment in the race, it would not benefit him at all. Also, he's going to have a bit of traffic ahead of him that he is going to want to avoid, but he's going to have to move ahead of them because he's probably going to be quicker. So it is a risk for Luke, but it could pay off. So yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes on Luke the moment he gets close to somebody to watch him get in some kind of action, as Taj takes the fastest lap for AlphaTauri at the moment. Christian is 3 seconds behind.
Luke is behind
Cruiser. Oh, Luke is behind Matt, so it's gonna be interesting. Let's take a look at what's gonna happen. And Matt is right behind Nico, so it's gonna be 2 people fighting right now very close. Fox gets a 3 second time penalty. That's gonna be a big for the Red Bull driver. Yellow flag. Crystals gets a 3 second. That was Vatsize, who dropped many positions at the same time. The Aston Martin driver has fallen off as Luke is looking for his chance to pass The Red Bull driver, Matt, can he do it right here? Oh, he's gonna try to go for it down the inside. Does he have enough pace to get ahead of the Red Bull driver? Yes, he does, as he makes the move up into P10. Can he hold on to that position? There goes Matt back at it again. Nice fight in between those two. Let's see what's gonna happen. He's gonna come out on top. It is Luke GDI ahead of Matt. Nice moves from him. Nice gentle fight in between the two gentlemen. And now can he pass Nico, who he's also sitting at the back of right now? Nico doesn't have too many resources to defend against Luke in those conditions. Luke has his own hands and his steering wheel as he uses them to pass McLaren. Does he? Oh, McLaren went wide, indeed, very wide. And I have to wonder, was that a mistake of his own? Was he pushed in one way or another? Luke is up into P9 as Nico went wide, and he's now down to P10 defending against Matt. And I do have to feel that Nico is not coming back any time against Luke. I'm pretty sure that Luke is gonna try to pull away unless Nico can use that slipstream perhaps somehow to stay in there in the fight for that position. But Nico has issues of his own because he's defending from Matt, and Luke uses that to pull away as he goes chasing after him. Oh, nice fight from Nico and Matt. A bit of contact in there, but the Red Bull driver does come out of on top in P10 ahead of McLaren.
Very decisive, demanding, if you may say, overtake from Matt at the first second. Oh, Nico still went off. I think
he's having a lot of issues. Yeah, some issues for McLaren driver.
I don't know if he has any damage at the front wing.
No idea, but he's struggling to keep the car on the track. There was definitely something in there, but
we have a news.
Yellow flag. Christian's retired. Safety car.
Safety car.
There it is.
Now is the time for Christian to go in and get the new tires. It's the perfect opportunity for him.
Exactly.
He was riding. He was losing time from Run Cruiser though. He was 1.8 and he went to 3.4 seconds. But now he has the chance to improve and pre-pit stop.
And you know who's having it bad right now? Who's having a bad time? Luke GDI. Fresh tires right out of the pit stop. And now he's going to have everybody else also on the fresh tires while being out of the safety car. So Luke has it not his way right now. And the question is, where is Luke going to be before they came out of the pits? Let's see, because this is going to be important. Luke is P5, P4... P3 perhaps? P3 for Luke GDI, as he'll be on the oldest tires. So that is interesting because again, Luke has to finish in top 7 to secure the championship. If he doesn't and Christian wins this race, Christian can still become a champion in Tier 2. So it's getting interesting. We thought it's also almost the end of the fight, but it's just beginning with 11 laps behind us, 27 in total of the race, but it's all gonna restart right now in the advantage of Christian. But then again, Luke would have to lose positions to many drivers to end up in P8. But then again, it can always happen. Anything can happen here in Suzuka, here in F1, here in SLR. So we're gonna have to wait to find out what's gonna happen. And I just noticed Janis is the only one who hasn't stopped from the top guys as he's leading the Grand Prix. You think he's gonna stay out for longer? What's the plan in here?
I think he's gonna go 50-50.
It is interesting. Maybe he's gambling for another safety car. Do you think that is possible? That he's like, okay, it's gonna be definitely a second safety car. So
there's always a possibility for a safety car in Suzuka when it rains, but it's a track that has a lot of escape routes. So it's not a track that you can, like Monaco, that you can't go anywhere. You have ways to get off the track or something. We will see. I think we have a lot of penalties though. Fox has penalties.
I just noticed that Umka in the chat said that the track is gonna be dry, and I wonder, is that a prediction or an actual info from? Because I don't know who Umka is. Sorry, but if he's actually from somebody who knows the conditions on the track, and that is an actual info that is gonna be dry. It's gonna be interesting. That changes a lot. That's gonna change a lot.
We have to see who his friends are.
He's in YouTube chat. I don't know. Umka, how legit is that info that the track is gonna be dry? because I have no idea. But it is interesting, because if it was dry, then Giannis is making an interesting gamble in here. And Luke might actually be benefiting from that. We know that Luke is good on dry conditions. In the wet one, we can see that he was struggling a bit with the strategy because of course, he couldn't predict the safety car. Umka said, "You will see." A bit mysterious. I like it. A bit of a puzzle. So I would say it is a coin flip, 50-50. It's either going to be dry or it's going to be not dry, I would have to say. I mean, it has to be one way or another, right? There's no third option. So, we'll see what's gonna happen. Giannis is gonna be leading the race. I know Cruiser is gonna eat him alive the moment the flag is gonna be green. But I want to see, can Giannis hold on to somebody?
There is a little bit of difference from not raining to the track going dry.
Okay.
Because it may stop raining right now, and track can be wet like we are now. Can be as wet as it is.
Okay. Interesting. Yeah. So
I have seen that in Zandorf.
Yeah. So we're still waiting for the restart. I'm wondering who do we follow from here, because I think we should stay with Christian, because we're gonna see from perspective of Christian the possible overtake on Giannis. We're gonna see if Christian can challenge Luke right off the gate, because if Christian won't get Luke right now, it's gonna be more difficult for him to go later on. He now has better tires. Of course, Luke doesn't feel them tires being worn out at this point. What? What's going on?
Safety car in this lap at the last corner.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I just realized it's last corner. Jesus, I thought it's gonna be next lap, but it is in this lap, so it's interesting. Okay, so we are racing in Japan. This is gonna be tough. Look at this. Look at the cars piling up. Luke GDI down the inside. Can he get the best of all of them? No, but he does try to make a move on P2. He fails to do so. Christian has to defend that P4 from Fox, who is trying to make a move on him. Luke is now hiding behind Cruiser. Christian got away from Fox. He's now sitting behind Luke. Cruiser trying to make a move to the right side of Giannis. Giannis still in the lead, defending from a Cruiser. Let's see what Christian can pull off, trying to make a move on Luke. He's gonna have to back it off for now to not make any contact with Luke, and he's still sitting at P4. It is a tight squeeze in between all of them, but it's still without any changes. I'm surprised Giannis is still holding on to that lead on these very much used intermediates, these 12 laps old intermediates, and he's still leading the Grand Prix. That is the price to say the least.
It died from Luke.
Oh, and they made a bit of contact. You have to wonder, is Luke Wing okay? And I see that we've lost the Skamagis. He goes down to P12. Also, Basco gets up into P6 ahead of Taj. And Basco and Taj actually now exchanging positions a lot. They're fighting heavily. But we want to see what's going to happen to Christian. It's the last race of the season. Ooh, Cruiser goes ahead of Giannis up into the lead. Yellow flag in the back for Sector 2. That is Tunari and Gurla who are down. Tunari is going down to P14 all the way in the back. What can Christian and Luke do right now? Oh, there's a Red Bull going very wide, and Giannis keeps on fighting. Giannis does not back it off a bit. He's back onto the lead. How is he doing that on these old intermediates? There goes Run Cruiser rounding outside into the lead. Can he make that move happen? Don't tell him he's going to defend it again. Come on. Giannis, what a man. Still holding on to that lead. Absolutely incredible, as Christian is having his own battle against Luke. Two separate fights for the lead and for the podium. Oh, another attempt from Cruiser. Another one onto the inside. This time he should get that done, is he? Yes, he does. Cruiser is now leading again, as Giannis goes down to P2, and now Luke has to pass Giannis because Cruiser is pulling away as Giannis is making a traffic for Luke. There goes Luke up into P2. Is Christian gonna make himself use as well? Oh, yes, there's Giannis spinning! I haven't seen was that because of Christian, because they were side by side.
That's a little bit, and because the track is slippery, it made it worse.
Yeah, so the FIA will take a look at that, but for now, let's stick to the fight because Cruiser has pulled away over 1 second from Luke, but Christian is right on the back of Luke, and Christian's gonna definitely try to make a move on Luke. GDI doesn't have enough pace to do that move in here, but he's definitely not going to want to back it off. Fox is also right behind Christian, sitting at P4, so it's going to be a tight battle. We're only 14 laps in. It's already been everything in this Grand Prix so far. The only thing we're missing right now is a dry track and the rivalry on the dry track, so perhaps we're going to get that later on.
Christian is...
Oh, not enough space. Tunari has left the session. That means another safety car because he has crashed and he's out of the race. So it's going to be a second safety car, and that is going to play into
What's with the dries?
Favor.
What?
What happened?
Wetzel's has dry compounds. They are all pitting.
Yeah, because I don't see the raindrops anymore. Perhaps it's getting drier. Yes, look at this. Fox mediums. Yes, it is dry. I mean, it's not completely dry, of course, but since it's no more raining and we're going to have like 3 laps on our safety car, the rain has stopped. Umka didn't lie indeed. Umka was right all along. It is dry. An interesting pick of tires. We've got 2 hard compounds.
We were
Cruiser
so focused
and
on the race that we didn't see the weather changing.
Yeah, exactly. I didn't even notice when the rain stopped. That's how good it was. I mean, the battle was amazing, so
now,
I completely missed the rain.
Here is the gamble. Land Cruiser has gone with the hard compounds.
Yeah.
But Luke and Christian have the mediums.
Yeah, and Skamagis is the only one on softs, so that is an actual gamble. I wonder what's going to be the best right now, hards or mediums? I would have to say mediums. I don't see so many laps to the finish line, and remember the track in the beginning is going to be still a bit slippery, and medium's going to provide more grip, so I'd have to say that mediums are a better option. Cruiser, definitely a gamble on these hards, but maybe it's going to pay off. We'll see about later. For now, basically up for anybody to grab, as Cruiser is leading on hards, Luke is second on mediums, Christian third on mediums, but then again, Luke only has to finish in top 7 to officially become Tier 2 champion. If he finishes outside of the top 7, then it's all in Christian's hands to pick up a win here and become a champion, but the chances are getting smaller as the race goes on and on and on, so you'll have to wait to find out how is this going to end and who's going to be the champion. When it comes to constructors, I can see that Lucas' second touch is P6, while Fox is P4 and Matt is P9. I would have to say that this... sorry, I'm looking at Alpines as well. Why am I comparing them to AlphaTauris? The Alpines, how are they standing? Christian third, and the second Alpine is not here on the grid, so yeah. It's not going to be an easy fight for Christian to fight by himself against the 2 Red Bulls, because at this point I believe that Fox and Matt combined have more points than Christian, unless I'm wrong. I could be. Because
careful if we're gonna have a late safety car.
Yeah, we have to watch out for that, because he caught us sleeping once. It's not allowing to do it twice. No, it's not in this lap. It's still on the track. So I'm going to take a look at the point situation. So if Christian finishes as he is right now, P3, he's going to get 15 points. For example, Matt, who is P9, he's going to get 2 points. And Fox, he still has penalties. So at this point in the race, he would finish pretty much lower. So Christian could technically, by himself, beat both Red Bulls for the constructors, for P2 in the constructors, of course, because AlphaTauri are the constructors champions, we know that, but the battle for P2 is still alive and well in the constructors championship, so it is getting interesting. The Fox penalty does not make it easy for the Red Bull boys, but it also doesn't allow them to fight for that P2. It is still realistic for them to pick up that P2 if they try hard enough. Every point is now waiting in gold. Every point is gonna count incredibly hard. So it should be around this lap for the safety car to say goodbye, isn't it? There was a couple of laps on the track already, so
we'll see at the end of the second sector. Basically,
final corner.
Safety car
again
should be in this lap. That's the logical thing to think.
Yeah, logic goes out the window when it's Slipstream League Racing and anything can happen. That's beautiful. I believe that's beautiful.
It goes out the window when it's come down to Codemasters.
Yeah,
come
that
on.
Also.
It's not our fault that we have late announcements.
People are wondering why Cruiser went hard, and somebody said, Lepson said that he just want to try hard. I mean, That is a possibility. He's just making it extra difficult for himself. Extra challenge. Why
okay,
not?
we have 11 laps. Can Skamagas pull the body out of the hatch?
Perhaps we're gonna see that 11 laps as the safety car goes in this lap. This time we get an actual notification, not like on the final corner. So yeah, we're finally gonna be ready for that. So Cruiser is gonna be restarting the safety car, but I'm pretty sure Luke, Christian, and Fox, these guys are gonna go at it. We saw them do that under the last safety car restart. So let's see what's gonna happen this time around. Cruiser still waiting, still flat on the throttle, not yet. There it is. Cruiser goes up to speed. Luke follows him through, but he does get a bit of advantage over Luke, and I can see a lot of pandemonium in the midfield. Look at that. They're like 3 cars side by side in the midfield. Now it's only 2, but it's still 1v1 against Touch and Giannis, and Touch gets on top of that, while Skamagis is trying to make the use of these softs, and he was pushed wide by Giannis. Goes off the track a bit, but he's still on P8, defending from Matt. But Luke and Christian Fox, why don't we take a look at them, because it's still a battle between them. I can see they're very close. Oh, there it is. There it is. Luke, Cruiser trying to battle 1v1, and there goes Luke up into the lead. Didn't have to. Still done it.
Didn't have a chance, mate. Come on.
Yeah, those hard tires. I mean, why would he do that? That is the question. Why on earth would he do that?
Unless he didn't have a medium compound.
No idea. So, we're gonna... Yeah, maybe that is a possibility. He didn't have mediums. So, anyway...
Ram Cruiser is holding back Christian that wants to overtake.
Yeah, if Christian is not gonna pass Cruiser, it's GG. He has to pass him soon, because if Luke pulls away or makes a gap over 1 second over the P2, then I guess it's GG and Luke is gonna run for the win. There's a yellow flag in the back. That is Nico, but he's still in the race. He just went sideways. As here comes Cruiser, actually trying to get the position back from Luke. He's actually not doing it half bad. He's already very close to him, using that slipstream very well. Gurla gets a free second time penalty again. And here comes Cruiser. Can he make a move up into P1? Yes, he does. I mean, try-harding hard enough, because he's back into the lead. Oh, cheeky, getting right ahead of Luke, basically breaking on his face, but still did it clean, though. Nicely done from the Cruiser from Mercedes, as Luke is still P2, and Christian is still trying to find his way past AlphaTauri, but doesn't have enough pace just about yet. Luke has to be careful, because those shenanigans can end up in a tragedy for him. Because
do we have a notification DRS enabled?
I'm pretty sure I haven't seen it, unless I am blind like usual. I mean, why are you asking me? I can't tell apart Monza from Imola, so why are you asking me this stuff?
You're still holding on to that, eh?
It'll be following me like a curse, like a ghost. It's gonna haunt me forever until my grave. I'm gonna have it on my gravestone. So, what can Luke and Cruiser pull off again? Because this fight just keeps going on and on. I mean, Luke is taking extra risk fighting in this fight, taking part in that fight, because he could just sit back and enjoy that safe championship, but of course he doesn't want to. Some moves from Luke, some moves from Christian and Fox, but the position stays the same. There goes Christian up into P2. Can he make a move up into P1 as well? No, he does not. A bit of the track that's gonna give Luke back the P2. Nice side-by-side wheel action right now in Japan. That is what we've been waiting for. And there goes Fox trying to make a move. There it is. DRS is now enabled, and Fox is trying to make a move up into P3 ahead of Christian. He's in a tight spot. Whoa! Christian, Fox, and they made contact, and Fox is out. Spinning sideways, yellow flag.
Too risky for Fox.
There was not enough room for that maneuver, and he paid the price as he took a gamble. He can make an overtake there. He couldn't. And he's now down all the way to P12 out of the points. So Red Bull in a tight spat, because I believe that as the things stay right now with Matt and P8, Alpine could take up P2 in the Constructors' Championship. So it's getting a bit interesting as we go further in the race. 19 laps in, and we still have plenty to go. So let's see what is going to happen to the end of the race, because Cruiser is still leading in his Grand Prix. I believe Luke is just not taking any risks, because he could probably overtake him if he wanted to. He's got mediums. Oh, double DNF! Matt and Giannis both out! What on earth is going on in the midfield? As we've lost the Red Bull and the Williams, and it is, of course, safety car. But what the hell happened there? We've lost both drivers. So
But
we're now with...
we're fighting.
Yeah, 11 drivers left in the session, so the chances for Christian to win the championship are getting smaller, because with like 4 DNFs to the end of the race, Luke is gonna be automatically champion, so yeah. But not yet, not yet. So, it's gonna be another safety car. We're gonna have not plenty of laps racing
now,
remaining.
Are you going in for the softs?
They're in. They're going in. And you have to wonder, was that a good decision? Taj stays out, Basco stays out, Scamaga stays out, Smelto stays out. The rest goes in the pit lane, and you have to wonder, was that a good decision? Because not gonna have many laps, it's tight in here, and Suzuka, as we just seen on the example of the Red Bull driver. So it's risky to make overtakes, so it is a bit of a gamble for the top guys to come in. You could try to stay out until the final lap and just finish the race. And now Cruiser, Luke, Christian are gonna have to make some overtakes.
We have seen through many races this season that fresh tires are better than the old ones.
Yes, absolutely.
Land Cruiser is gonna dominate Smelto. That they have the same compound. Okay.
Look, I'm not saying it's gonna be slower, absolutely not. But there is a risk while making overtakes. He has to pass 4 guys to lead again. That's 4 times the possibility of him going out like Fox did. That's what I'm trying to say. It's risky, not because he's gonna be slower, but because he was in the lead, and now he's gonna have to get back into lead. And every time he makes a move around somebody else's car, he can get out of the race completely. That's what I'm trying to point out. It is a bit risky in that case. That's the risk right there. Not the pace, but the finishing the race. That's the difference.
Okay.
Okay, I know. So.
The other drivers have to understand that he has fresh compounds. Land Cruiser and the rest are on fresh tires, so even if they want to defend, either they will have to do an extremely first lap after the safety car to increase the gap so they won't have a lot of chances of overtaking. Otherwise, they will be like sitting ducks, especially for the soft compounds.
Haven't you seen Giannis? That boy was on 10 laps older tires, and he defended like a madman. He was leading for like 2 laps on these tires. He shouldn't be leading for even 1 corner, and he was holding on to that lead for 2 laps. And he won that back after he lost it. So there is a chance for the guys in front on older tires. There's a chance. Not a big one, but there is a chance.
There's always a chance, but I'm speaking about the data.
Of course. You are the data man after all, the main strategist of Ferrari. I remember your tactics. They usually pay off well. We'll see how it's gonna end up today. So, we had 3 safety cars. You think we're gonna have one more?
I don't think we have the time.
I think in Mexico we had... how many? No, it was in Mexico, because I was doing a commentary on a different league last week as well. And people were like, there can't be 5 safety cars in one league race. Come on, it's not possible. Guess what? There were 5 safety cars in that exact race. So, yeah, perhaps... I hope we're not going to see anymore. I think you're right, there is enough time. So, yeah.
And we were not commentating, both of us.
Lepson said... Yeah, Lepson said, where is Giannis now? That doesn't... That's not the same thing. Leave my boy alone. He's dead, I know, but he tried his best. Also, that didn't finish his race.
Okay, you have to admit that you are sad today because your goat is not racing.
Absolutely, I am
so,
shattered.
Guys, please be gentle. Be gentle with him. Come on, guys. Don't take advantage of his soft spot.
I am absolutely shattered on the inside that Dice isn't racing. I'm not gonna make it to Friday with the information on my mind, so yeah.
Maybe he will race tomorrow.
Have to wait. Now I have to wait for the new season to see Dice again.
Come on, he may be reserved for tomorrow. Oh my god. Let the safety car in this lap. Again, red call. Oh my god, we are touched. Come on, guys. Okay.
Okay, I'm back because I'm struggling again.
Yeah. Despite the fact, oh my God, Christian was attempting to overtake. Look at the first sector.
Yeah,
We're gonna have a lot of fights, guys.
That is the risk that I was talking about. Every move now has to be done to a perfection to not make a costly mistake. Luke is the one under most pressure. He's P6 at the moment, of course. That doesn't change anything. Christian will have to win the race. Ooh, that was a close one. But he's still sitting there. Christian, can he make a move on Luke's right side? There he goes, trying to make a move up into P6 ahead of Luke. Is he gonna do him? Into the next corner they go. No, Luke is still holding on to that P6, and that is all he has to do, because if Christian will not win the race, then officially Luke GDI is a champion. And as the things say right now, Christian, well, let's just say he's not a favorite to win this Grand Prix because he's getting attacked by Fox. Fox on the outside. There goes Fox. Yes, he's done him. Oh, and there goes, a lot of drivers stacking up on each other, but Christian got the position back from Fox.
I think Fox hit Luke at the rear end.
Yeah, I saw that too. What is going on in the front? Take a look at that. Taj, Skamagas, and Basco. 3 cars very close to each other. There goes Skamagas. Oh, too wide for Alfa Romeo. And the lead. Basco is P2. Oh my goodness me. Come on. And Run Cruiser is now P4. Skamagas goes down to P5. So it's both Haas drivers in the podium. What is going on? Crazy situation right now. Is it's lap 23 already. We can clearly see that.
Look at Christian, mate. Look at Christian. He's going like crazy.
I mean, he has to. He either wins the race and just prays for Luke's mistake, or he just gives it up. He has to fight for the win. There's so much contact going on right now. Christian bumping against everybody. Whether he wants or not, there's not enough space on this track for so many cars at the same time in the same spot. He's still P7, but there goes Fox up into P7. So I believe Christian's chance for championship is basically dead at this point. He's P8, nowhere near the top, even top 3, and he would have to win the race, as Taj is 3.6 ahead of Basco and Smelto. Looks like a favorite to win. Oh, Christian sliding off. Yellow flag is gonna drop a lot down to P8, P9. It is P9 for Christian for now. Goes back up to P8, but doesn't really matter at this point in time.
He had everything against him. Everybody was attacking.
Yeah, but I mean, at this point he still has to keep going, because the best thing he can do right now is just to win P2 in the Constructors for Alpine. If he wants to do that, he has to pick up as many points as possible. We do have a retirement from Fox, but it's in the pit lane, so it's not going to be anything. No safety cars. Of course, there's not even enough time for a safety car at this point, I just realized. But yeah, so Christian is P8. He's definitely going to gain some positions after the penalties will be applied for Vatsais and Skamagas. So P6 at this point, presumably for Christian. While the Red Bull driver is not going to finish in the points. So that could be enough to pick up P2 in the Constructors. Yellow flag in Sector 1, but this is still due to Red Bull, so it's nothing new. While Cruisers fighting Luke side by side. And who's going to come out on top of that? Mercedes or AlphaTauri? As the Cruiser is very close to Luke. Luke is on a better tire compound, squeezing him and pushing him wide. There goes Cruiser up into P4. Nice move from him, using the better racing line for himself. And now he's going to try to make a move on the Haas drivers, as Smelto and Basco right ahead of him. But Luke is also still there in the mix. He's going to have to take care of that. What's going to happen in between those guys? Vatsais goes up into P6 ahead of Skamagas. And Luke is still waiting patiently behind Cruiser. Of course, everybody wants to win the race. Nobody wants to be second, third, or last. So they're definitely not going to back it off. Look at the difference between Taj and Basco. It's almost 5 seconds. I can say this confidently with this amount of laps to go. I feel like Touch is going to win the race, despite the fact he stayed out. So the gamble paid off for him. The amount of traffic.
He was lucky because everybody was fighting each other.
Yeah, I mean, was it? You can say that it was lucky, but the other one can say it was a part of the strategy. Like, you know, he was like, okay, they're going to fight each other in the traffic. I'm just going to zoom out of here. So one way or another, Touch is looking like a race winner at this point in time, but the race still goes on and has to go on to the finish line, so let's not count anybody else yet, as the Smelto and Basco are still defending quite nicely against Cruiser and the rest of the boys. There's a long snake behind the Haas drivers. There's Cruiser, Luke, Vatsize, Christian, Skamagas, and Gurla, all side by side basically, very close to each other. And all of them are trying to make some moves, but not enough pace or not enough space for any moves so far.
It's like a beginning of a race right now.
Yeah, it's very close, but it is exactly like the race started because, I was about to say no overtakes, but Luke is trying to pull off something. He can't do that quite yet. It'll be DRS now, but basically everybody except for Smelter will have a DRS, and if Basco will work together with him, he's just gonna sit back tight in that P3 and keep on defending. That's a good idea. There's a move from Christian, at least an attempt from Christian to make a move up into P6. Can he do that? Skamagas gets a 3-second time penalty for himself, and the Christian does go up into P6 for now. We'll see if Vatsa is gonna be able to win this back. Luke is now right at the back of Cruiser, and he's technically on a better tire situation. I mean, 6 laps old softs compared to 6 laps old mediums. It is debatable which ones are better, but definitely he's still in the race. Both Christian and Luke. Luke is still behind Cruiser. He can't find a way past the AlphaTauri driver. There is an attempt from Ferrari. Nice move from Gurla down the inside of because Vatsize, can he make the move? No, Vatsize defended on the outside nicely and is still in that P7. So, we're about to begin the final lap. Not enough pace and not enough space, CM Punk, of course it is. So, the final lap of Season 13 Tier 2 is almost about to begin. As Touch, the race leader, will do it. Luke is trying to make a move on Cruiser. Oh, that was a close one. But he backed it off right before the collision. And there goes Christian down the inside, at least trying to defeat his championship rival right here and right now in Suzuka. But he can't do it. And it seems like he's not going to be able to do it unless he's going to do it on a final lap. Ferraris are battling there with Alfa Romeo, but not too many overtakes as for right now. It's going to have to come down to the final moments, to the finish line, to get the final results. But we know one thing for sure, Touch, if he's not going to make some stupid mistake, he will be the winner of the Japanese Grand Prix in Tier 2, the final race of this season, Season 13. Smelto and Basco working brilliantly to defend that double Haas podium, while Cruiser, Luke, Christian having the battle of their own. But it doesn't seem like anything is changing in terms of podium, at least for now. Cruiser is 0.4 away from Basco. Can he do something about it? Not now, as Luke is trying to make his move on Cruiser, but Cruiser is going to hold on to that position for now. I don't think Luke is going to get a better chance. Maybe one more before the finish line. Christian is also waiting for his chance, but it's all going to come down to just having a bit of fun to the finish line, because it's not going to affect the final standings. Of course, it's important for Christian to fight for that P2 in the Constructors against Red Bull, because that P6, it could be enough. It doesn't have to be. Can he make a move on the final moments of the race? Not, I don't think he can. Let's see, Luke, maybe he can do something. Luke against Cruiser side by side. I don't think it's going to be enough, but there goes Christian. Touch picks up a win. The Haas boys came in second and third, and Christian got Luke on the final main straight as he finishes P5 ahead of him. That's going to be important for him, for the Constructors. But the championship does go to Luke GDI. We can finally say it officially, because it wasn't official last week. Now it is. Luke GDI is a Tier 2 champion in Season 13. The AlphaTauri pick up both driver and Constructors title. Let me just check that real quick. He got P5. So that's going to calculate to how many points? That's going to be 10 points. And what big was the difference in between Red Bull and Alpine? It was 159 to 150. Yes, that is by 1.5 of point. It's gonna be P2 in constructors for Alpine. So that final move on the final main straight for Christian, that's gonna give Alpine P2 in the constructors. So that was huge for him. And now it's a tough part. How do we pick a driver of the day in here? I mean, so many options.
That's the problem, because
so many options. Because we got Taj, who drove brilliantly, took a gamble, paid off huge. He won the race.
The day for the game is Taj.
Yeah, I mean, where was he starting? He was starting somewhere in the midfield, right? I'm gonna have to check that, because I'm pretty sure he gained a lot of places. If he was starting from lower positions, that could be easily a driver of the day. But then again, the Haas drivers had a brilliant race as they defended that double podium from basically everybody. The final laps, we saw that defense. Driver of the day is obvious. Come on, let us give us some emotions. Come on, like we can't just give it out like this. It's Dice. Dice is the type of guy to win even when he doesn't race. Yeah, 14 on the grid, straight to win. I think it's Touch, obviously. Like, that gamble definitely paid off. But again, huge shout out to the Haas drivers who worked brilliantly on that double podium. Great move from Christian on the final lap. Ron Cruiser, who struggled on those hards but still finished P4. Nice qualifying lap from him. Luke finished P6, didn't have to do more, didn't have to do less, so that's a finish for him. And that is a wrap of the final round of Tier 2 in Season 13. So that is it, my friend. That was a final race of that season. Sorry, lads, for every mistake we have done today, especially me from my internet connection side, because my internet provider just absolutely loves me. I got 5,000 MS almost every 10 minutes, so yeah, it wasn't easy. But we got the things done.
We need somebody for the interviews. I probably would love to have Christian and Luke for the closing of the championship, if they want to come and join us.
We'll see. We'll see if they will be in the mood to talk to us. I'm gonna wait to find out. I mean, it is the end of the season, so most of the boys will right now just be, on a vacation, enjoying themselves. There's Christian. There he is. Christian.
Boy.
Hey.
So, that is it, huh? It was possible, it wasn't done, but how do you feel about the race and basically the whole season at this point?
I think this race was crazier than the whole season.
Yeah,
absolutely. I can't even comprehend it. Jeez.
If you see the live stream, then you will understand what was going on behind you.
Yeah, you had a whole train behind you waiting for your mistake, and you had a whole train ahead of you looking for their mistakes. So yeah, that was quite the thing. So how would you feel about this season? Because you were close, you were behind Luke every moment, but eventually you were just a step behind. But do you feel positive about this season? Do you feel negative? How do you feel about the season overall?
Well, of course I want to win. I mean, I came second behind Meepo a couple seasons ago, so I want to win. But it was fun. It was a fun season racing Luke. I mean, it was clean. It was not dirty or anything. I mean, I'm surprised.
Yeah. What are the plans for the next season? Tier 2 again? Maybe Tier 1? Maybe Tier 3? What is your preference? What would you like to do?
Well, if I could pick Tier 3, I would do it just so I could win something.
Come on, have some ambitions. Come on, man.
I mean, unless Tier 1 is on Thursdays, it's not. I can't.
Ah, okay. So it's a bit of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but still, I believe you had a wonderful season. You gave us a lot of chills and thrills, both in quali and in the race. You, Luke, basically everybody. Dice, of course. But yeah, you guys gave us a lot of fun this season. It was a pleasure to watch you guys.
Did you miss dice today?
Yeah, I mean,
Most important question.
Yeah, of course.
we didn't have our third safety car, or fourth, I don't remember.
Free, I think. I've lost count, but I think it's free. Yeah, still. So, thank you for your time, Christian. Congratulations on your performance here today and this season. By the way, I think that with that final move on the main straight, you just got Alpine P2 in the constructors. I don't know if you really care about that, but from what I checked, you got that constructors P2 by 1 point by making that overtake on Luke on final moment. That's what I think has happened. I'm pretty sure. I don't want to get you hyped up too much, but I'm pretty sure. So that was happened. Unless, of course, there will be some kind of penalties applied
I
from
have
the
to
FIA.
say that Christian today made some crazy attempts that basically I was scared about him because he was diving into the inside of the look on the corners that I thought he was going to touch and break his front wing.
Yeah, I was getting desperate.
It was so on the limit that basically I was. If you see the level, you will understand what I'm saying. Too many times, mate. I was like, now he's gonna break the wing. Sorry.
So, thank you for your time, Christian. If you want to say something to anybody, because it's the end of the season, so that is the time right here for you. So go ahead.
Shout out to you, the commentators.
Thank you.
Why
You
not?
too.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You, the enthusiasm over the streams. It's nice.
It is nice. Very good. Very nice.
Very good.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Christian, and we'll see you next season. I hope. I believe so.
Yeah.
We'll see
Of
where
course
the fate
we
will
will
throw
see
us.
him.
So thank you for that.
I will drag him in the race.
Okay, you said it. I'll see what we can do.
I'll see you guys.
Bye,
See ya.
mate.
Ciao.
Okay, so that is it. That sums up the season 13.
So
for
look,
Tier
it's
2.
not. Come on, the champion owner won't honor us with his presence. Come on, guys.
Celebrate in peace, champagne all over the floor. I'm sure of it. Basically,
Okay, that's
huge
another
party.
thing. Come on.
There he is. There he is. Don't worry.
Okay.
Don't worry. There he is. You want it. You have
Come
him.
on.
There it is.
There he is.
Tier 2
There he
champion.
is, don't worry.
Luke GDI. Hello.
Hello, boys. Hello.
So, how are your feelings about Suzuka today? Quite exciting race for sure.
Yeah, it was. It was like a challenge. Don't DNF, I guess. It was pretty hectic. So yeah, but we survived and we are world champion. Yeah.
Yeah, and what are your feelings about the? Yeah, go ahead.
I think he had a problem with Land Cruisers stopping him like in some places.
Yeah, because
yeah.
like holding you back a lot.
He had some interesting lines sometimes, but we survived, I guess. And yeah, I wanted to say GG's to Christian for the season and the AR Gamer, but he didn't participate in the last races, but it was also fun to race with him and with Christian, so GG's.
Yeah. And the whole season, how do you feel about it? Do you feel like it was a good season, was a bad season, you were happy about it, you're not satisfied maybe, you wanted more perhaps? What do you feel about it?
Well, the most races were pretty good, pretty fun, and there were a few races that was a bit disappointed. Some mistakes, some not my mistakes, but overall it was a pretty nice season, and yeah, I hope the next season is even more better.
Yeah, and next season, what are your plans? Tier 2 again, maybe Tier 1 this time? What do you feel is the best for you right now?
Yeah, well, I'm driving with Line from the beginning, so if I want to join Tier 1, I have to drive without Line, and I don't think I have the motivation to do that. But maybe I will, but I don't think so.
I think you can keep the line.
No, it's without all assist in Tier 1.
Okay, so thank you for your time, Luke. Congratulations on championship and constructors title, because you got that as well last week. So good job for both of those. You were a huge part of that success in AlphaTauri.
Yeah, thank you, boys, for the commentating.
No problem.
You did a really nice job, so keep it up, and I'll see you next season.
Thank you. I'll see you too.
Thank you very much, mate.
You.
Okay, I think that is it. I think that is the last that we have to say about this season's Tier 2 rivalry. Definitely one to remember. Definitely an exciting one. So, yeah. Why don't we just thank everybody else on the chats? Yeah. Let's just thanks everybody for watching us through these tough, dark, nice and bright times, no matter what they were.
And we still have one race left for the Prime Division.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of fun tomorrow. I think Ocean Chief is gonna commentate. I think, not sure about that, but
Yeah, perhaps.
Guys, join our Discord. Follow us in Twitch and on YouTube to stay updated about the new developments in the SLR Championship, and you may join the race yourself. So, until the next season, from me and CM Punk, I wish you all the best, and we will see you in about, I think, 2 months, if we are lucky enough to have another season in this year. So, please come and race with us. It's a lot of fun, you know that.
It's a lot of fun. Of course, we know that. Yeah, so thank you everybody, and we'll see you as the time will bring us here. So thank you for everything. Sorry for all the mistakes done that season, and I hope we'll see each other next season. So thank you and goodbye, everybody.